Asia. Asia.
Asia.
Is Asia. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is the second time I'm trying to record this video. I actually recorded the entire video, and when I was transferring it, I realized my mic was set up wrong and everything. I had the footage without audio. Like, how crazy is that? But yeah, welcome to this video, and today we are talking about the Kenyan passport and all things visa-free countries that Kenyans can travel to and all that good stuff. Kenya is rated 74th according to like a list called the Henley Index. I think those are the people who categorize countries in terms of how powerful their passport is, and ours is not that powerful. We are rated number 74 in the world in the list of strongest passports. We can go to 72 countries visa free, and by visa free I mean a combination of completely visa free, having to get an e-visa, which is a visa that you get online before you go to that country. You get approved and then you are rejected, and then you go to the country, and that category is visa on arrival, which is a visa you get when you land in that country or when you arrive in that country through any of its borders. These are the two most important travel documents that you need. The first one is your passport. Most countries require that it is valid for at least 6 months from the date of over 6 months, sorry. Most countries require that it is valid for over 6 months from the date of your arrival in that country. So you can't have a passport that's about to expire in 3 months. Most countries will not let you in with that, and most countries require a minimum of like 3 empty pages. These are like completely empty and filled pages on your passport. This is what normally a passport looks like, all stamped up. So you need to have pages that don't have a single stamp or that haven't been touched by a single stamp. Let me show you guys something that really annoys me. This is the first like usable page of my passport. You see there are 2 stamps here. Then the next person who was supposed to stamp my passport just left a whole page of my passport blank for no reason. This is wastage. Passports are expensive to renew. But yeah, we are done with that. These are the next one, this yellow one. Oh, this one is the yellow fever certificate. If you're coming from most African countries, this is something you have to have with you. I'm being careful to hide because down here it says my passport number, so I'm being careful to hide that. This is something you definitely have to have with you because they classify us as like are prone to yellow fever sort of region. I just want to mention that even with completely visa-free countries or visa on arrival or e-visa or whichever category any country that I mentioned falls in, just make sure to find out if there's something that they need from you. Some countries need you to show a proof of funds because apparently we cannot afford to travel as Africans, which this is a whole other video and a whole other story. But then yeah, let's not dwell on that. But some countries require to have a proof of funds. Some countries require you to have travel insurance before you go to their countries. So those things, make sure that you do your research. I'll link the articles that I'm using, that I used to research this video and to find out which countries you do, so that you just research this. Let me just say, this is as at February 2022. These visa requirements and border regulations, they change so much and so fast, so make sure you're updated. Make sure you research a destination right before you go to it. Also, any country that I do not mention on this list, just take it as you need a visa for that country. If you don't hear it mentioned in this video, then you need a visa. That's just it. I'm not gonna then read out all the countries where we need visas, because those are more than the countries where we don't need visas. But yeah, I am just going to sort of break down. So I am going to section this video, the timeline here. Just go on the timeline and you can sort of see the different categories. I'm going to section it as section 1, completely visa free, where you don't need to get a visa online, you don't need to get a visa when you get there. The second section is going to be visa on arrival, and the third section is going to be the e-visa. So yeah, in the big categories, I'm also going to subsection it into, I'm going to start like closest to us, like Africa, and just spread to the rest of the world. So let's do this. Let's get right into it. Category number 1 is the completely visa-free countries. We have exactly 39 countries that Kenyans can go to without requiring to have a visa before or a visa when they arrive. So I am going to start with East Africa. With East Africa, we have a number of 5 countries that we can go absolutely visa free, and those are Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and Ethiopia. For West Africa, there's 4 countries. That's Benin, Gambia, Senegal, and Ghana. In Southern Africa, we have a bit more like countries that you can go to. So if you want to go visit the region, I'd advise that you go from one country to the other and just do a bunch of them together, because we actually have quite a number of countries, and that's Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, Lesotho, and Eswatini. Eswatini is the former Swaziland, in case you've never heard anyone say Eswatini. The other one, which is which I'll just put as part of Southern Africa, I don't know whether it's considered East Africa or Southern Africa, is the island of Mauritius. This is like one of my bucket list countries. Let me move on to Asia, which is like a region that I really love, especially Southeast Asia. That's where my solo traveling journey started. When I was 19, I went to Malaysia, and I just after that I went to Indonesia, and it was just like one of the most beautiful trips I've ever taken, and kind of really opened my mind to like international travel in that way, in that I was a solo traveler, a solo budget traveler at 18. I have some of the videos. I'll put a card right here if you want to check out some of the videos. I was really shit at the whole vlogging thing, but enjoy them all the same. But yeah, in Asia we have 5 countries that we can go to absolutely visa free, and that's Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Hong Kong. Then I am going to go straight on to North America. We also have quite a number of places in North America, beautiful places from like all the pictures I have seen that you can go to without needing a visa, and that is Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda, I believe that's how you say it, Antigua and Barbuda.
Antigua and Barbuda.
Barbados, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Bahamas, Dominica, and Cuba, whichever way it's said. But yeah, those are the 5 places in North America that you can go without a visa. For the next category, I'm just going to combine Central America, South America, the Pacific Islands, the Caribbean, that whole entire region, every region that's under North America. And I'm going to have to read these ones from like my little like list that I made, because there are too many for me to commit to memory, and I might end up forgetting some of them. So we have Vanuatu, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts and Nevis, Micronesia, Panama, Kiribati, Jamaica, Grenada, Fiji, Montserrat. I didn't even know that one existed until I was doing research for this video. We have the Cook Islands, the Cayman Islands, and the British Virgin Islands. I think I have everything. Oh, we also have Haiti. I didn't mention Haiti. We also have Haiti and I'm seeing that I forgot to mention one for Asia as well, which is Palestine. Palestine is also completely visa free for Kenyans. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the entire like completely visa free list for Kenya. The next category is visa on arrival. These are countries where you just need to show up, pay a fee, and get your visa. So for this, as I said, like the disclaimer, just make sure you also know what other documents they might need. They might not need a visa, but they might need some specific documents. And also, this is something that I didn't say before, which I should have said. For all the countries, just make sure you find out how long you can stay in that country visa free, because there is nothing like as bad as a traveler as overstaying your visa in a country, or overstaying the amount in which you're allowed, the amount of time, in which you're allowed to stay in a country visa free or on your visa on arrival. Some countries will give you 90 days, others will give you 60 days, 30 days. It varies depending on the country. So make sure you always know what the requirements are for where you're going. If you need a visa on arrival, make sure you have the fee with you. You know the exact fee and you have it with you. Some countries will not take like the visa on arrival fee in their currency and require for you to have US dollars. So I'm guessing like for all countries, if I need a visa on arrival, I'd just carry US dollars to be safe. Because most countries, I think it's because they want like more foreign exchange, or I don't know the reason, but some countries, especially like smaller countries, will do that. I've had so many stories of so many travelers not being allowed to pay the visa on arrival fee in the currency of that country, and instead being asked to pay for it in a foreign currency. So that's just something to note. But yeah, let's get straight on to this list. Again, I will start with Africa and kind of like scale out to the rest of the world. So for this category, I'll just put East and Central Africa together because it's just easier, and then I'll do West Africa. So I'll just do two categories for Africa, East and Central, then West Africa. For East and Central Africa, for visa on arrival, we have Sudan, we have South Sudan, we have Somalia, we have Comoros, we have the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have Madagascar, Mozambique, and the Seychelles. So for West Africa, now this is the other region for visa on arrival, we have Burkina Faso, we have Cabo Verde or Cape Verde, whichever you prefer. I believe the country goes by the two names. We have Guinea-Bissau, Mauritania. Remember, we had Mauritius on visa free, but Mauritania is on visa on arrival. We have Mali, Nigeria, Togo, and Sierra Leone. I'm glancing at my list to read this because I don't want to leave out any country. So let's go to the Middle East. In the Middle East, we have just two countries, and that's Jordan, which is like a place that I really want to visit, and the country of Iran, I believe you can say either. But yeah, those are the two Middle Eastern countries that you can get visa on arrival as a Kenyan passport holder. The next region that we're gonna do is Asia, and in Asia we have 5 countries in total, and that's Cambodia, Timor-Leste. I don't know how to, I think it's Timor-Leste, but it's also called East Timor, I believe, or was called East Timor. I didn't know this was a country until I was researching this video as well. I heard of East Timor when I was in Southeast Asia, but I didn't know it was a country on its own. I thought it was like part of another country. We also have Nepal, Laos, which is written Laos, so Laos, and we have the Maldives. We also have the region of Macau. I'm not really sure. Okay, I know Macau is not a country. I know it's part of China, but I don't know what they call it. I don't know whether it's like a different like jurisdiction with like its own different rules, or a territory. I don't know what it is, but Macau, you can go to Macau on visa on arrival. Remember, this doesn't involve the entire country of China. You need a visa to go to China, but Hong Kong, visa, like completely visa free, and Macau visa on arrival. For South America, we have Tuvalu, we have Bolivia, we have Palau, we have Samoa, I believe, and we have Bolivia. Did I say Bolivia? Tuvalu, St. Lucia, Palau, Bolivia, and Samoa. So those 5 countries you can get a visa on arrival. For South America and the Pacific Islands. Also, there's something I wanted to mention with the visa on arrival. Sometimes not all airports have visa on arrival. If you arrive in a country to like one of its smaller airports, it might not be available to you, so do your research. Let's go on to the e-visa. Now, the e-visa is a visa that you have to get online before you go to a country. This is a visa that has to be approved online, and when you go to the country, they can stamp you into the country. So with an e-visa, you don't just like register online then go. You have to wait for a confirmation, and mostly it takes, for most places, it takes around 3 to 4 business days, I believe, 3 to 4 business days. And once you get your confirmation that your visa has been approved, you can proceed to go to the country. Again, we will start with Africa and just scale out. For Africa, the countries that Kenyan passport holders can get e-visas: Djibouti, Madagascar, Gabon, and Sao Tome and Principe. Sao Tome? I don't think it's Sao Tome.
Sao Tome and Principe.
I think it must be Sao Tome and Principe. But yeah, those Djibouti, Madagascar, Gabon, and Sao Tome and Principe, Kenyan passport holders can get in on an e-visa. Let's go to the Middle East. Just like the visa on arrival, there's also 2 countries for the e-visa that allow Kenyan passport holders to get an e-visa to enter, and that's Bahrain and Qatar. For South America / Pacific Islands, on this category, we only have 1 country, and that's the country of Suriname. I think it's Suriname. Again, if I'm butchering the pronunciations for these countries, just correct me in the comment section, because I'm not really sure. I've never had some of these countries like said out loud. I've never had anyone say Suriname. I'm not really sure what it's called.
Suriname.
I only see them, you know, when you're searching like the country code, like for your phone number, you're entering your phone number in a website and you're scrolling for the country code, and you see some of these countries and you realize you've never actually had anyone say them, or you don't even know where they are. But yeah, the country of Suriname, I'm just gonna call it Suriname for this video, is the only like South American / Pacific Islands, I'm not really sure where it is, country that you can get in on an e-visa. And the last category in the e-visa countries is Asia. So for Asia, we have quite a number actually. We have Cambodia, India, Myanmar, Pakistan, Georgia, the country of Georgia, which is normally confused with the state of Georgia in the US, but a lot of people don't know that Georgia is a country on its own. It's a very small country, but it's a country nonetheless. And the last one, I cannot say this. I'm just gonna write it here.
Kyrgyzstan.
That's probably the hardest country name to say, but yeah, that is the last country in our e-visa category. So again, if you've not had me mention any country, if you've not had me mention a country in this list, that just assume that you need a visa to go to that country, and that's it. That's all the countries that Kenyans can visit, either visa free, visa on arrival, or using an e-visa. I hope this was helpful to you or informative. I will list some articles in the description where you can check these lists out for yourself. And yeah, I hope you travel to one of these places. It's always being the country being visa free for me is always something that I consider before going to it, because it's just easier. It's just one less thing you have to do, because if you have to prove to people that you're worthy of going to their country, which is what visas are. It's just a hassle, and I don't like to do it. So yeah, if you found any of this information informative, please tell me in the comment section. If you want to fact check me on anything, again, tell me in the comment section. I really appreciate it. And yeah, just leave any comment, like this video if you enjoyed it, if you learned something from it, and share it with someone who will enjoy, you know, knowing this or having this information. And subscribe to my channel.